Here at Idaho Central Arena ahead of the Steelheads road trip against the Tulsa Oilers coming up this weekend. I am pleased to be joined by Steelheads forward Nick Portz. And Nick, first take us through the last couple of games against the Allen Americans last weekend. A sweep for your squad. Overarching thoughts on those two games?
Yeah, no, that was, I think that was a pretty good weekend for us as a group. You know, they like to play hard, and they're a skilled team too. They can make some really good plays off the rush and stuff, and we saw that. But ultimately found a way to get 2 wins, and that's what we have to do.
When you look at the composition of each of those teams, right, it's two offensive-heavy teams, two of the higher-scoring offenses in the league. How nice is it to come out on top of a matchup like that in two similar styles?
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I mean, I think that's just really big for our group, and we made sure to focus on kind of our defense will lead to offense for us, because we know they are a team that thrives off the rush, and they can put the puck in the back of net. So I think we focused a lot on being defensive, and that would turn to our offense.
I want to go to the Saturday game, of course. You had the 6-4 win on Friday, 6-5 overtime win on Saturday. You had a big goal in the third period to kick things off. Take us through that play. You get the pass from Jade Miller, and you're parked in front.
Yeah, I mean, that is all the other. Actually, Hirsch doesn't get an assist on it, but he should have. He made a really good play up to Dodero, and Dodero made a skilled play to Jader, and Jader made a really good play to me. So that was, I reaped the benefits of 3 really good plays from the guys on the ice.
And specifically about that Saturday game as well, it was an up and down game for you guys. You come out on the higher end of it. Take us through that kind of comeback mentality and just fighting back in that third period.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a pretty crazy game, like you talked about. I think there's how many lead changes in the third
4
period?
or 5,
Yeah, there's a lot, but you know, I think there's been a few times early this year where we've gotten down and we've come back, and we've kind of learned how to never get too high, never get too low, and that, I think, helped us on Saturday night, making sure that we did get that extra point.
As we enter the second half of the season, what are your takeaways from the first half team-wise, and what you guys are trying to do in the second half, keep pushing toward the playoff push now?
Yeah, I think as a team, you know, I think we're fairly happy with where we're at right now after the first half, but that doesn't mean we're comfortable, right?
Yeah.
We got a really good division, some good teams, obviously chasing KC, and we got kind of a grind coming up here in our schedule, so I think this will be a really good test.
Yeah, lots on the road coming up, a couple on the road, or 3 on the road against Tulsa, 3 at home. Then after that, 13 of 15 on the road for your squad here for the Steelheads. Personally for you in your rookie season here, how have you felt so far?
You're good. I mean, Idaho's been awesome, the Steelheads, everything's been great. You got to give a lot of credit to some of those older guys in your rookie year. Just kind of learning how to be a pro and taking it day by day, and you know, everything's been awesome top to bottom here.
And you mentioned some of those guys that have kind of helped you along as the veterans, but it's a big rookie class that the team has this year. How nice is it to grow along with all those guys? And I mean, you guys are a huge part of the team, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an absolute blessing that get to come in with that many rookies.
Yeah.
And even in that rookie group, I think there's 5 or 6 Minnesota kids too. So a lot of familiarity really makes it easier and helps the transition for sure.
In this first year, anything that has surprised you, or anything that you feel like you've, or maybe weren't used to, that you didn't expect heading into the rookie season, had to get used to from the pro level?
You know, this probably is a pretty obvious answer, but just the amount of games. I mean, it is being a college kid. We've already played a college season. Yeah. So that's different. Now it's going to get into game 35 to 40, which you don't usually play in college. So I think that's probably the biggest change, biggest jump. But you know, again, it's just looking up to those older guys that have done it and figure out what they do and how they prepare themselves each night. And I think that's the most helpful.
Has there been any change in your routine knowing that schedule increases happen? I mean, anything you've done so far this season to kind of prepare for that second half?
Yes and no. I think the biggest thing is in college, when you only play 30 games, that I made sure I did every single little thing exactly the same every night. And I kind of figured out early, if I try to do that the whole season, I'm going to drive myself a little crazy. So I think just maybe making sure you're ready to go, but a little more laid back or loose, kind of preparing for the games, and making sure that you're just ready, doing what you need to do, not necessarily making sure you follow an exact routine.
So heading into this week against the Tulsa Oilers, a team that's in last place right now in the Mountain Division, how do you prepare yourself for a team like that in terms of, okay, obviously they're battling through some things right now, but you still have to bring your A game toward that team? Yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing, is focus on yourself. Make sure you do your team and you individually do what you need to do day in, day out. Not even if it's the last place team. I think we saw it with a team like Orlando too. Their record didn't show how well of a team they actually are, and you can't take a team lightly because ultimately we need to keep getting those points, and we're still chasing KC.
Last one for you. We did just lock in the Super Bowl. Any Super Bowl predictions? Seahawks, Patriots. Who you got?
You know, I'm gonna go Seahawks. I know Sam Darnold jumped ships from the Vikings, but
tough one, yeah.
I liked him, and kind of rooting for him and that Seahawks crew.
All right, sounds good. Seahawks, well, we got a couple weeks' time to get the prediction right. So we'll lock in the early prediction here for Nick Portz. Nick, thanks for taking the time to join us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.